Welcome. So today we'll be talking about suspended chords, more commonly known as sus chords. We'll talk about how to construct them, how to incorporate them into your playing, and we'll play a well-known song that uses sus chords at the end. So let's get started. You already know how to make and play a major and minor chord. Right here's C major, it's C and E, that's a major third. The G is the perfect fifth. When you add a major third with a perfect fifth, you get the major chord, C major. If I want to make this minor, I drop this E down and I play E flat. It's a minor third with perfect fifth, C minor. Right? But you know this. But in between C and G, there are a couple other notes, a couple other intervals we can play to get these sus chords. So C to D is a major second. When I add that G in there, I get my C sus2 chord. Right? And C to F, that's perfect fourth. If I add that G in there, I get my C sus4 chord. And we call them suspended because they feel like they need to go somewhere. There's some tension, in this case between the F and the G, some dissonance. In this case between the C and the D, and you never say never in music, but you almost never see a song end on a sus chord, right? So if I'm playing here, it's going to really want to, this F is going to want to go down to E. Right? But this is a good way, if you're playing the C chord for a while, to spice it up a little bit so you're not just sitting on C, right? You can be playing. Right? I wasn't doing too much. I was just playing C. I was just moving one note up or one note down in the middle, and it gives the chord a different flavor. So that's the sus2 and the sus4 chord. You'll commonly play it on the root of the scale, in this case C, and you could play the fifth. So you could, in this case G, you could play the G sus4 chord. Right, so there's G sus4. And this will normally resolve the C down to the B to get you into the G and then back to C. So that'll sound something like this. And you can play the inversion, so the G sus4 with the G on top. Okay, so that's a way you can use sus4 chords in your playing. Let's show a couple other suspended fourth chords. If you have the D, right? So if this is your G major chord, your D sus4 is going to play that G instead of the F, and that G is going to want to go to the F. And you could play this inverted. So the fifth in the key of D is the A. You could play the A sus4 chord. You could play it inverted. Right? And what I just did there, sometimes that could be a good intro for a piece that you're playing in D that you want people to sing with you. Right? So so that's the sus chord there, can be used as an intro. Say you're finishing a piece. So I put that D sus4 chord in to extend the chord a little bit. So I finish on D. D sus4 to D. Right, so it just extends it a little bit. So that's another example of using the sus4 chord in your playing. So let's talk about the sus2 chord. So something interesting, I'm in the key of F now. See, I'm playing, here's your F sus4, in case you were wondering, right? I play the inversion. Here's my F sus4. What if I change this bass note, this F in my pinky on my left hand, and I play the B flat sus2? All I did was move this note up from an F to a B, and the chord changed. Everything else stayed the same. so this is an option. If you're playing in between F and Fsus4 and you want to add a little something, you could change that bass note. And once that bass note changes, the flavor of the chord changes. So I'm playing F, Fsus4, F, B flat, Sus2. Okay, so we'll come back to that later. Really quickly though, you can play a 7th suspended 4th chord. So I'm in the key of F, and normally if we're going to play a 7th chord, a dominant 7th chord, it's going to be on the 5th chord in that scale. So in that case, the 5th above the F is C. So if I were to play C7, right, that's a pretty common way to end a song in F. I'm on C7. But I could make that C7 a C sus7. Alright, so that's another option you can add in. You could play the inversion. So say I'm playing a chord progression, want to end the song. I don't want to end yet. So I'm on B flat sus2. Okay, I want to end now. Back to F. Right? So you have sus4 chords, the sus2, the 7th sus4. All of these can be used to add some flavor, to extend a chord. You can use them on the 1st or the 5th chord in a key. So we're in the key of F still. Let's see if you recognize this song. So that's Free Fallin, and it's got B flat, sus2, it's got C sus4. It's in the key of F. Right? She's a good girl, loves her mama, loves horses, and America too. Right? And Free Fallin, that's the same 4 chords throughout the entire song. So that's a very easy song where you can practice your sus chords, sing along, get people to sing along with you and sound great. So that's it. If you like the video, throw me a like, subscribe. Thank you very much.